back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I'm doing reviews. So each time I finish a book, I will add another review to this video. So it's been a long time since I finished a book, and I finally finished one. I am late a week from the library, so I owe some fees on this book. Finally finished it. I had to force myself to finish this one. Okay, so the book that I finished was Someone Knows by Lisa Scottoline. This is the very first book I read by Lisa Scottoline. Actually, it's the second book I read by Lisa Scottoline. I read her nonfiction book. I haven't read any fiction by her, so this is the first time I've tried her fiction, and I didn't like it so much. It drags a little bit, and she does do a lot of POVs. So every time there was like 5 or 6 POVs in here, and every time she switched POVs, I was confused. I don't know. I don't know if it was the storyline or the POV is switching so much. I'm giving this a 3-star. It could have been better. I think if she would have stayed with 1 or 2 POVs, I think the book would have been much better. But this one is about kids that are 15 years old, and they go into the woods with this gun, and they play this game on this person and to do Russian roulette, and it was very heartbreaking. It's about suicide and all that. I don't know if it's because of the topic that I didn't really like it, but I really think that I didn't like it because of the POVs. The POVs just threw me off, and every time I read by chapter, so every time I picked up the book, I was like, where the hell am I? So, yeah, I'm like, who the hell's talking? I had to look back every time to the chapter. I'm like, yeah, it was a little confusing. I did physically read this book. I did not use audiobook, so I don't know if the audiobook's better. But I'm glad I finished it, and I didn't DNF it. It was very slow at points, and yeah, so I'm giving it 3 stars. Oh my God, I finally finished another book, and this book was on my Kindle. Yes, my husband decided to drive today, and I took my Kindle along with me on the drive, and of course I got motion sickness, but I did finish the book finally. This book I started in March, for March Mystery Madness. So the book that I was reading on here was No Exit by Taylor Adams. So this book took me forever to read because I hate reading on my Kindle. I'm constantly on my phone, and when I want to relax, I like to have a physical book, and that's how I relax. But when I'm reading on my Kindle, it doesn't give me the relaxation that I tend to need to be away from the internet and anything digital. So I like physical books. So this is why it took me so long to read and finish this one. So also, I thought it was really strange. It's about this woman. She goes to a rest stop. She's driving, and somehow there is a big storm. And while she's at the rest stop, I don't know if she stopped to get gas or whatever, but she got stuck at the rest stop. And in the parking lot, she notices a little girl in a cage in a truck. And she decides to try to save this little girl. And then the whole thing takes place in one day. And she is amongst these killers that people are in the store that she's at, and it gets very, very violent at the end. And I thought it was like very repetitive. I don't like when things get repetitive. There's this guy, he's constantly farting, which is like not that appropriate. It gets very violent. He starts doing things. They start shooting, and very bloody, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm giving this book 3 stars because it did have potential to be a great book. I mean, it's getting tons of reviews, great high ratings on Goodreads. It's just that it took me so long to finish it. It should have been finished in March, but I just didn't want to pick up my Kindle. So yeah, so I'm giving it 3 stars.